got an exciting unboxing today. It's a gardening backpack. It is a really iconic bit of kit for window cleaners, people in exterior cleaning. So I just thought I'd give my 2 cents and show you what's in the box. Some accessories that are really good to pair with the gardening backpack. So I just thought I'd show you from my perspective what I like about it, why it's such an iconic piece of kit, some of the accessories that you can get to go with it that are pretty cool, and how to look after it and maintain it, make sure that you get the best battery life. So if that sounds interesting, stick around. So let's see what's in the box. First thing we've got is a charger, pretty standard. Some paperwork. Save that for the tax man. And there is our backpack. With some instructions for operating the backpack and charging the battery, but we'll come back to that in a moment. Yeah, and a little freebie, I've got a carabiner. That's handy. Thank you very much, gardeners. So, being a backpack, it's obviously got the straps on there. And the first thing I'm going to do is take them off because I don't need them. And I've got it, they give you options for what connector you want on the end. I've opted for a female Rectus 21. And there we go. Looks nice and new. I've actually been using one of these backpacks for a while, but a friend of mine lent me one. But it finally packed in. So you'll see this padding on the back, so if you're wearing it as a backpack, hopefully avoiding doing any damage to you. On the front, we've got the voltmeter there, and then on the side, just our on-off switch, the fuse, blade fuse, charging port, and the little knob there to adjust the flow rate. Now this sticker, really important, it actually says in the instructions, I don't know if you can see that as well, it says do not remove. So if that comes off or you've removed it, it will void your warranty. So we definitely don't want that. Right, I need to get this on charge because actually I've bought it because I need it for a job tomorrow. Now, although it looks like a standard kind of 3-pin, well, it is a standard charging unit, they do caution against using other chargers because if they're not rated properly for charging this particular device, you could actually get invalidate the warranty and damage your backpack, which you obviously don't want. So that plugs in one way around. Ready to charge. Let's go and plug it in. So other than what's in the box, what else is there to talk about really with these backpacks? So maybe we could talk a little bit about first time you charge it and maintaining the health of the battery. It does come partially charged, but gardeners recommend just before you use it, giving it a charge and waiting until the light on the charger goes green. Gardeners say that using the backpack while the charging indicator is yellow or red, over time that can damage the battery and cause it not to last as long. So it's best to keep it charged, but gardeners recommend charging it at least once a month, if not after every use if possible. And in terms of general kind of maintenance, I mean, it's a pretty hardy bit of kit. They do sell spares for it. They recommend only using it with the original charger. If you need to replace the fuse, the blade fuse, using anything between a 3 and a 10 amp fuse. Just be aware the warranty only covers using it with water and non-caustic TFRs. So that's something just to be aware of if you're going to be putting chemicals in here and needing warranty support at some point. Bear that in mind. And also, as I mentioned before, don't remove the serial number sticker. I don't know why, whether you could just take a picture of it and save the picture and that would do, I don't know, but something to be aware of. And they mention about the life of the battery. They estimate it should last you about 9 years if you're using it or charging it once a week. So I'm thinking, you know, realistically, you're probably not going to charge it every single night. So if you're charging it, say, 2 or 3 times a week, you're probably looking at about 4 to 5 years before it needs a new battery, which is not bad really when you think for something that you're using quite heavily day in, day out. So I mentioned at the start about accessories that you can get for the gardening backpack, and I've got one accessory here, which is this spray lance kit. Comes with the hose, rectus adapter, and you've got the trigger assembly. You get a selection of nozzles with this, so that you can just hook up to the backpack and then yeah, use it for applying maybe TFR on conservatories, things like that. That's what I'm going to use it for. So that's a really handy bit of kit, and I think, if I remember rightly, it's less than, including the VAT, it's less than £20 for this, which I reckon must be a bit of a bargain when it comes to gardener's stuff. What other accessories could you get? Well, there's a trigger assembly. There's a really good video actually showing, I think, from when these backpacks first came out, and it shows the backpack being used in like an office environment to do internal cleaning, and they use the trigger assembly just to quickly squirt a little bit of pure water on the window, and then they wipe it off and clean the window. And that's something I've not seen anyone really talk about using these for, so that could be potentially something I might look into going forward if I get any internal cleans. They just put a litre of water in, because you're literally just doing a squirt, like with a spray bottle, just a quick squirt, and that's it, and it'll do a couple of windows. That, so yeah, that could be a good use. So I'm going to keep those straps handy just in case. And they actually do an indoor cleaning kit as well, which gives you a couple more accessories, the cloths, microfiber cloths and things to use if you're going to use the backpack for that. So what would I say about the gardener backpack? It's such a versatile bit of kit, whether it's indoor cleaning, maybe getting into areas where the access is a little tricky, perhaps there's no route around the back of a property you've got to go through, so you might put it on a trolley and carry it through, that kind of thing. It's really great for. So it's really versatile, really useful, and highly recommended. I'm looking forward to getting some good use out of this. We'll see if we get 4 or 5 years, that'd be good. Try and keep the battery well maintained. But yeah, if you've got one, if you've had one for a while, maybe you've had a couple of them over the years, what do you think? Would you recommend it? Maybe when you first started window cleaning, you used one of these out of your car, some barrels of pure water, and you filled it up, And maybe that was how you got going with water-fed pole window cleaning before getting a van set up and moving on. If you're looking for any of the accessories that I mentioned, the trigger assembly, the spray lance, the indoor cleaning kit, all of that's on Gardener's website. I'll put links in the description, so check them out if you want to pick them up. Bye for now.